Okay, good morning everyone. Happy Thursday. Although after, I don't know if we've got any football fans in the room, but yeah. Oh, never mind, hey. Another 4 years we won't do it. Welcome to 7 a.m. yoga. My name's Vicky. If we've not met, I think I've met all of you. And yeah, the next 45 minutes is just about moving and breathing. We're going to focus on our spine this morning a little bit. So come to lie down if you're not already there. And just allow yourself to be really heavy this morning before we get going. The legs can be fully extended. Unless you've got some niggles in the low back, then bring a bend to the knees, plant the feet, let the knees drop in. That's your kind of alternative. And it's up to you what you do with your arms. Maybe their hands are resting on the belly. Maybe the arms are wide. Palms facing up, maybe just to encourage a soft opening across the front of the chest. And then notice any parts of you that might still be holding a little bit of tension, maybe the skin around the eyes, the jaw. Can you soften into those places as well? It's really nice first thing in the morning to enjoy a few moments of stillness. So allow yourself to be still here as you lie down. And sometimes when we come to physical stillness, that's when the thoughts can start to whir and other things start to move. So just notice how you're feeling this morning. Observe any thoughts or emotions that might just be coming to the surface as you come to physical stillness. And it's not about unpacking them, it's just about being aware, naming them. Checking in at the beginning of your practice is such an important part of your yoga practice. Sets the scene and ensures you're building this dialogue with your body. You're getting to know yourself in yoga. It's one of the most important things. So how are you this morning? How are you feeling? And then know that you're exactly where you plan to be. The next 40 minutes or so is just about moving your body, building a little bit of strength, building a little bit of length into your muscles, and also spending some time with your breath. Sounds really simple, doesn't it? But we all know yoga isn't. Some days it is, some days it's tricky. But as always, the breath is your tether. That's what I want you to hold on to mostly before the whole of the practice. So whenever you're ready to find that breath, you might already be there. Just start to notice how it's moving this morning, where you can feel the rise and fall. Maybe observe how the breath is moving. Is it a bit sticky? Is it shallow? Or have we got some nice deep, rich, long, smooth breaths in us this morning? That's what we're aiming for. We'll just take a few together. So nice long exhale wherever you are. And then breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3. Breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Keep that up. Breathing in, belly rises, and breathing out, belly falls. And like I said, stay close to that breath for your practice this morning. It is the number one thing in yoga we focus on. Wishing you all a really lovely practice this morning. On your next inhale, I'm just going to start to move the fingers, the toes, and ease yourself into a full body stretch. Make yourself really long. Almost try and reach so that the shoulders come up to the ears. Good. And then do the opposite. I want you to bring yourself into a little ball. So knees into chest. Maybe the forehead comes up to the knees. Good. And you can just do that a few times now. So on an inhale, you're going to reach everything away. And on an exhale, you're going to draw everything in. And you might take a few extra breaths, stretched out or drawn in. You might roll around or move from side to side. You might hover the wrists and the heels so that you're kind of waking up the core a little bit when you do these. Nice, just take a couple more. Notice how that feels. Good, and then next time the knees are drawn in, just keep them there, but allow the shoulders to come back and down so the head is still relaxed down. It's just the knees that are in the chest. And then you're going to kick your heels up to the sky and just extend the legs. Move the toes, move the ankles as you do that. And it's really nice to get a sense of the heel over each hip and a nice heaviness to the base of the spine, like the back of the pelvis. Good. Take the arms wide, palms facing up, so you've got like a T shape with your arms. And then bend the knees so the shins become kind of parallel to the sky. Scoot the hips over to the left and let the knees drop to the right. Start with just a twist, but go gently. You might even drop the gaze to the left. Yogi's choice. Good. When you're ready, come back to center, lift the knees back up, scooch the hips a little bit over to center and then a little bit over to the right as the knees go to the left. And that little scooch just allows the hips to stack. And again, you might drop the gaze to the other side as well. Just notice how that feels. We want to keep the shoulders grounded and the hips stacked. How's the breath? Has the mind already started to wander? Come back to the breath as soon as you notice that. When you're ready, come to center, but the feet are going to stay on the floor now. So we're just got our kind of hips and shoulders back in line, soles of the feet on the floor, knees bent. Hands can now shift to beside the hips with the palms down. And you're just going to start to lift and lower the spine here as slowly as you can. So on an inhale, curl the tailbone towards you, lift the hips, the lower, the middle, the upper back. So you get all the way up to the shoulders. And then exhale, come all the way back down. So these little kind of lifts and lowers, just getting you to really feel the spine. Not often do we think about our spine, and it's such an important and significant part of our whole body. So close the eyes here. Feel each vertebra lift off the earth and lower back down to the earth. If you want to get the arms involved as you inhale, you can float the arms up and behind, like above you, so the backs of the hands rest above the head. And then as you exhale, you can float the arms back down. That's just an option. You don't have to do the arm float. Yogi's choice. How are we feeling rolling the spine up and down? Good. Next time you're up, just stay up. If your arms are up above you, enjoy that feeling. Press through the big toes, press through the heels. Feel the back body start to wake up. We're here for 3. Remember to breathe. For 2. Good. On 1, lower all the way back down. Bring the knees back into the chest and start to roll along the spine now. And we're going to do this for a few breaths. So ideally, you don't want to roll along the center of the spine. You want to try and massage the sides of the spine. We've got this lovely, 2 lovely bands of muscles that lie either side of your vertebra. So if you can, almost kind of roll down the side of the spine. Think about going to the tailbone all the way up to the base of the neck. Good. And that should feel quite nice if you get the right positioning there. Once you've built up a bit of momentum, you can float all the way up. See if you can balance. Roll the shoulders back, lift through the crown of the head. If you want a little challenge, you can release the hands. If you want a little bit more, you can reach one leg, maybe both legs, holding your boat for 3. Good, for 2. Nice, on 1, ankles crossed, hands down. Let's find our way to tabletop. Nice. So, working on the spine this morning, I want you to be quite free in your movements in tabletop. So you've got your traditional cat-cows, yeah? You can come through those, no problem. Rounding, dropping tailbone and chin on the exhale, dipping belly, lifting tailbone, lifting chin on the inhale. But what else can you do? Can you move from side to side? Can you rotate or circle the rib cage? Maybe close the eyes to help you out here, because we can get a bit self-conscious, can't we? Just close the eyes. Try and connect to the whole of your spine and think, what feels good this morning? The shoulders, one coming forward, one coming back. The hips from side to side. Can you rotate? So it's almost like you're trying to draw a circle with the ribs or trying to draw a circle with the hips. Good. Nice. Come back to center, neutral spine. So think crown of head to tailbone. And just be mindful, sometimes we can be quite close with the hands and the knees. It's actually a little bit longer than you think. Think about padding the hands forward maybe, lengthening, creating space. When you're ready, you're going to tuck the right toes under, extend the leg just for a moment, give the back of the leg a nice stretch. Enjoy that spreading of the toes. And then you can start to float that foot away and off the mat, driving the heel away. You can stay here, or you can walk the left fingertips forward. Maybe you do a balance with the left fingertips reaching forward. Notice if the shoulder and the hip remain square. Really spread the fingers of the grounded hand. Push into that hand. Drive the heel away. Breathe for 3. Wobbles are fine. For 2. Listen carefully. On 1, bring the hand down, but take the right foot out to the side. So it's going to land off your mat, but it's still in line with the other leg. Walk the hands back, and it's almost like you hinge the hips back so your heel and butt are close, and then sweep the arms and come all the way up. Nice. We're going to do that a few times. So exhale, sit back and down. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Keep going. 3 more. So exhale down. Still long in the spine though. Inhale up and think about bringing the hips forward and tracing the fingertips behind you, well, above you. Good, 2 more. How's the breath? We're inhaling to come up and we're exhaling to come down. Last one, inhale up and exhale down. Good. This time, inhale, we're going to stay up and exhale. Let's come into a side stretch. So you're going to slide the right hand down the right leg. But can you still keep bringing the hips forward? Can create some nice space in the left side body. I don't mind what you do with that top hand. Maybe you move the fingers, the wrist, get into those far away places. You might even bend and extend the elbow, tapping the middle part of the back. Good. Breathing here, still tipping or leaning forward into those hips. Lovely. Can you lift the elbow or reach the fingers a little bit more? Really feel the side body stretching. Good, really nice. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're going to slowly go to the other side. So again, be mindful, we don't want the hand to come too far or too close to us. We want to take it quite far, reaching here. So it's almost like we're in a supported side plank. Yeah, if you want a little bit more, you can float the foot. You don't have to keep it on the floor. Yogi's choice. Nice. Can you look up? Test the balance. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Nice. On 1, listen carefully. Can you bring the elbow knee towards one another? And then go back out. Lovely. Just do that a couple more times. Really nice. Controlled, no rush. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Good. Last one like that. And then inhale, extend away. This time, when you bring the elbow in and the knee, the knee and the elbow in, you can step the foot forward and frame the foot. Good, and then we're in our low lunge. Nice, forwards and backwards. First time we're in our low lunge. Right foot forward, great. Easing into this. Inhale forward, exhale back. Use the bricks if you need to. If the floor feels far away, this is where the bricks come in. Let's stay forward. If you want, you can tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and just get into the hips a little bit here. Remember those circles we did in our cat-cow or our tabletop? Just move around again. A little bit of exploring. Still long through the spine though. The crown of the head still reaching forward. And we're still driving that back heel. Good. Listen carefully. You're going to step to the top of the mat. So spring, if you can, through the toes. And we'll meet in a dangle here. So catch the elbows, little sway. Hang heavy, side to side. I think it's nice to disconnect here, the lower body and the upper body. So can you think of hips to heels being still, almost like we're kind of stuck all the way up to the hips? And then can you get some freedom from the waist? So as you sway, really feel that space in the waist, the shoulders, the rib cage, the head and the neck swaying from side to side. Maybe you can even kind of walk the fingertips all the way around to the edges of your feet. So you've got that side stretch as you do that. Pause even for a moment and then go back and over to the other side. Lovely. Inhale, come back to center, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, deeply fold. Just do that a few times. So when we say halfway lift, we're kind of coming up to a flat back and then we're exhaling to come down and drape. And that lift to halfway, everything's switched on here. We're drawing the navel in. We're getting the head in line with the hips, the heels in line with the hips. It's like a kind of number 7 shape. So just do that a few times. Inhale up, exhale down. And it's like you're drawing the crown of the head forward and then exhale down. Back body is completely switched on. Nice. Next time you're up, can you reach the arms as well and just feel everything working here in like your number 7 shape? The knees can be a little bit soft. We're here and we're holding for 3, for 2. Good, on 1, hands down, big step back to plank. Again, let's switch everything on here now. Push the floor away, draw up the thighs, spread the upper back. Real pushing sensation. Good, we're here and we're holding. How's the breath? Nice, on your next exhale, lower the knees. Take another breath in, make yourself long, draw the kind of shoulders back and the collarbones through. Exhale with control, lower all the way down for 3, for 2. Good, on 1, belly to the floor. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, come straight back down. Breathe in to come up, no weight in the hands. Exhale to come down. Just give me a couple more. Inhale up. Exhale down. It's like a little sit-up for the back muscles. Inhale up. Exhale down. Next time you're up, we're just going to hold for a moment. So really check there's no weight in the hands. Draw up the thighs. Press the tops of the feet down. Can you peel a little higher? Can you squeeze the shoulders down the back a little more? Nice. Exhale, forehead down, hands down, tuck toes. Strong push back to a child's pose. Breathe. You can stay here or walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Maybe you stay here or right arm in and under, add a little twist. Right temple will come down, right fingertips will reach. Lovely, unravel, come back to center, pull yourself up, tabletop. Remember what you know. Hands and knees not so close together, lengthen through the spine. Can we come into some more movements now? So you might feel your cat-cows are a little deeper. You might be a little bit more exaggerated. A little bit more intuitive. If you need to close the eyes again, close the eyes again. Good, and then back to neutral. Left toes, tuck them under, stretch the heel back. Move the toes a little bit. Enjoy that stretch before floating the toes off the earth and finding your balance. Now remember, stay here for a moment, get everything strong, push the floor away, then reach the right fingertips, only if you feel ready. Really strong here, can't stress like driving the heel, reaching the fingertips, drawing the navel in, pushing into the base hand. And the gaze is slightly down to the top edge of the mat, so lengthen through the back of the neck. We're here, we're holding, we're breathing. Lovely. When you're ready, hand down. Left foot comes up and around. Plant it onto the earth. Good. Walk the hands back, sink the hips back, and we've got those sweeps again. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come down. Nice and controlled. Breathe in. Tease the hips forward. Exhale, come down. You got 2 more like that. Breathe in. Breath and movement really sinking together now. Last one like that. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to come down. Nice. And then this time we come all the way up. We just pause for a moment. Think about really bringing the hips forward, but still lifting through the rib cage. So we're not dumping here. We're creating space. And then when you're ready, into that lovely side stretch. So this time left hand slides down the left leg. And you've got the movements of the top hand. Wrist, fingers, maybe into the elbow, tapping the middle part of the back. Don't forget about this leg, nice and strong. Really plant the foot. Yeah, think about every edge. Can you tease that elbow or hand a little further over for your side stretch, but still keeping the hips forward for 3, Nice. For 2, how's the breath? Are we breathing into the right side body? Come back to center on 1. Inhale, reach up. Feel that, yeah? Exhale, come down. Take your time. Go a little further than you think. Remember, you can stay here or you float the leg. And we're still kind of sending the hips forward here. It's almost like a side plank, but also like a mini wild thing, yeah? Lovely. We're here. We're reaching and holding. And maybe we're doing that little elbow and knee, yeah? When you're ready, exhale to touch. Inhale to reach. Exhale to touch. Inhale to reach. Just 2 more. Can you almost bring the elbow and knee above you rather than out in front of you? Last one like that. Good, and then next time on our 5th one, you're going to bring the foot forward and step it through. Good, low lunge. Enjoy that feeling of moving forwards and backwards. Nice. Breathe in to come up and breathe out to come back and down. You can almost wave the spine a little bit here. Pull the heart through as you inhale, close and kind of cover the heart as you go back. Come forward just for a few breaths, fingertips or bricks, remember. Maybe back toes tuck, and get that nice stretch along the back hip flexor. Maybe a little movement here. Remember, you can be intuitive with any of this kind of circling. Nice. Good, when you're ready, you're going to spring forward. So really push off the back toes, float the leg, and we're in our forward fold again. Now we've already done a dangle, so this time you want to hook the toes or catch the backs of the calves or maybe hold the ankles. Some of you might want to stand on the hands. Again, yogi's choice, just easing into your forward fold here. A little bit more active. If you're pulling on the big toes, soften the shoulders down the back, let the head be heavy. Can you press the big toes into the earth as much as you're pulling on them? Really nice. On your next inhale, release, come forward. Instead of that little sideways movement we did, let's twist here. So left fingertips down, right fingertips up. And then switch. Doesn't matter where you started. Breathe in to twist. Breathe out to float down. Use the brick if the floor feels far away, or you can always soften into one of the knees. But just keep going with that. And again, where's the hand? Is it quite close to the toes? Can you kind of move it forward a little bit so you're almost creating that number 7 shape when you twist, yeah? You can stay here, or if you want to add a little bit on, pause next time your right hand comes up. Instead of exhaling to switch, exhale, land the right hand on the low back, soften the knees, and inhale, scoop the left fingertips forward and come all the way up. Oh, lovely. Exhale, come all the way down. We do that on the other side. So inhale, left fingertips come up. Exhale, land the hand on the low back, soften the knees. Inhale, scoop and reach. Nice. And then exhale, windmill down. Same thing, right hand up, inhale. Exhale, soften knees, land hand, prepare. Inhale, scoop and reach. Exhale, windmill down. If you've got that, keep going. Inhale, left fingertips. Exhale, land the hand, soften the knees. Inhale, stand and reach. Exhale all the way down. Just do one more each side. I love these. Inhale up. Exhale, land the hand. Inhale, scoop. Exhale down. Last time, left arm up. Exhale, land the hand, soften the knees. Inhale, scoop and reach. Exhale all the way down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Do you know this one? Exhale, step to plank. So you can hold your plank again. If you want a little bit more, let's take a couple of rounds of breath in our side plank. So feet together, blade edge of the right foot, left arm reaches up. Good. Remember what you know. Really press through that base hand. If you want to float the top leg, you can. We're here for 3, for 2, on 1, back to center. Take a big breath in, and then exhale straight to the other side. And you've got options in your side plank. You can have like one foot in front of the other. You can have the feet stacked. You can float the top leg. There's different ways of leveling it up or leveling it down. Nice. Exhale back to center, high plank. Lower the knees and the belly all the way to the floor. But that slow count again for 3, for 2. Good. On 1, release. Inhale, just 1 breath to lift this time. Exhale, forehead down, tuck toes. Inhale, push yourself back, child's pose. Take a breath. If you took the option last time, you're going to walk your hands over to the left side now. Maybe you draw the left arm in and under. Add the twist. Left temple to earth. Nice. Unravel. Look forward, spread the fingers, tuck the toes. Can you kind of move and shoot forward into another high plank? And then exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust the feet. You're going to have to walk them in a touch. And just hang out here in your first downward facing dog. And whilst you're here, I want you to think about the length from the hips to the shoulders. So creating that space in the waist that I keep talking about, making your spine really long here. Sometimes we get focused on extending the legs, getting the heels down, but actually we want the hips to the sky. That's the main thing in downward dog. Soften the shoulders, draw them down the back a little, spread the fingers. You can stay here, or if you feel ready to take a vinyasa, step the feet back, roll forward, high plank. You can stick with the knees, or maybe some of you want to take chaturanga now. Come through to up dog and just pause in your up dog. Bring the rib cage through, squeeze the shoulders together, lift the chin. Good. Exhale, tuck the toes, slow push back to down dog. 2 more in your own time. These are optional. You might just be hanging out in your downward dog and enjoying yourself there. Remember, knees if you don't want to do chaturanga. Cobra if you don't want to do up dog. Slow push back. Every movement, really thinking about the vertebra. How are they moving? Last one. Roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come through. And exhale, push back. Nice. Right leg's going to float nice and high. Split the dog straight away. So stack the hip and bend the knee. If you want to bend and extend here, you can a couple of times. Square shoulders, equal pressure through the hands. On your next inhale, look forward, extend the leg. Exhale, roll forward and step the right foot all the way through. Take a moment here just to steady yourself. Keep the back knee lifted if you can. We're going to come up into a high lunge. Now, think about the spine in your high lunge. Yes, the legs are working. Yes, the arms are reaching. But have we got that nice kind of crescent shape to the spine? Nice. As you sink a little lower, take the right arm back and the left arm forward. Twist. You can stay here, or if you want, you can move with the breath. So inhale forward and up, extend the legs. Exhale, twist and come down. Nice. A couple more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Nice. Last one like that. Breathing in to come up. And breathing out to come down. And then we're just going to hold here. Reaching the fingertips and strong through the legs. Listen carefully. Next time you inhale to come up, reach the arms up. Legs are straight now. And you're going to come into a pyramid pose. This is where I said we might need our bricks. If the floor feels far away, he's going to place a brick under each hand. Remember, they've got different settings. Really feel the back of the front leg, yeah? So hug the right hip back, but the spine, we don't want to kind of round here. We want to keep that length. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to soften, just like we did at the beginning. Remember when we went inhale halfway, exhale fold? Do that a few times. So you get a sense of drawing back and lifting on the inhale and heavy and soft on the exhale. Now you can stay here, or if it feels okay, you're going to keep the left fingertips down and you're going to reach the right fingertips high. If the brick is under your left hand, that will help this twist. It's quite a tricky twist, revolved pyramid. And remember that cue of not being too close with the hand and the foot. You want to lengthen on the inhale and twist on the exhale. Some of you might be able to peek up to that top hand. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Lovely. On 1, soften the knee, bring the hand down. See if you can take a big step back to your plank. Push the floor away and exhale through a vinyasa. Yogi's choice. You can miss these. We're meeting in a downward facing dog. Big breath in. Nice steady breath out. When you're ready, the left leg will float nice and high. We'll go straight into that split dog. So bend the knees, stack the hips. Lifting the knee high, stacking the hip more. Can you take one more breath here? On your inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step forward. Take a moment. Widen the stance if you need to. If you feel a bit unsteady, just go a little bit wider before you come up. You know, you've got those twists to do. They're a bit tricky, aren't they? So just take a wider stance. Relax the shoulders. Breathe strong through the legs. Left hip back a little. When you next exhale, this time the left fingertips go back, the right fingertips go forward. Good. You can stay here with this hold, or inhale to come up to center, extend the legs. Exhale to come straight back down. Awesome. You've got 3 more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. 2 more like that. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to come down. Lovely. 1 more with the movement. Final time. Inhale to come up. And this time we just hold. Reaching the fingertips. Strong through the legs. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Well done. Inhale, come up briefly on 1. Legs are straight now. And then dive forward like we're reaching for something before you reach the floor, fingertips or bricks. This time the left hip is hugging back. The spine is nice and long. We're feeling it through the back of the front leg. We're still on the back toes. These are fine to be lifted, heel lifted. Remember, you've got those little micro movements. Inhale to come up. Exhale, soften and come down. Good. Remember, you can stay here if you're enjoying that, or left fingertips come up. We add the twist. Can we look up to that top hand, breathing for 3, for 2. Good, really nice. On 1, soften, frame the foot, push the floor away, pick up the foot, step it back. Take an inhale here, and then an exhale through your vinyasa. We're meeting in downward facing dog. Big breath in. Nice steady breath out. On your next inhale, right leg's floating up. We're going to take a wild thing here. Now, if you don't want to, you're going to stick with your split dog. So bend the knee, stack the hips, and hold here. If you want though, you've done everything you need to work to this kind of final posture of Wild Thing. So find the blade edge of the left foot. So it's like you drop the heel a little and then you reach the right hand off the earth and you land the right toes behind you so they come off the mat. Once you're there, then you can kind of soften into the knees and go a little bit deeper into the back bend. Just an option this morning to try. If you've never tried Wild Thing before, give it a go. Just go slowly. We're here and we're holding for 3. Can you look up to the sky and reach the hand for 2? Now coming back to your 3-legged dog. So soften the knees, take your time. That back foot, you're going to roll onto the toes, lift, and come back to your 3-legged dog. Maybe you take a vinyasa, or maybe you just take a rest in down dog before we do that on the other side. Nice. Good. Take a breath. Wild Thing on the left. So left leg nice and high. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Good. Lift the knee a little higher, stack the hips a little more. And then when you're ready, drop the right heel down, come onto the left fingertips, land the left foot, and then take a moment to reach a little more. We're just here for 3. Really nice. For 2. Last breath on 1. Look to your mat, drop the hand, flip back over, and last vinyasa is your option. Good, really nice. And then from downward dog, take the knees wide, let yourself settle into a child's pose. And some of you might want to actually bring the knees in and take the hands beside the feet. That can feel quite nice after all that back bending. Good. How's the breath? Can you breathe into the back of the body here a little bit? When you're ready, bring your hands beside the knees and just roll yourself up. So slowly peeling yourself up. Roll the shoulders, sit tall. And we're going to stay kneeling for a few moments. This will be our final posture. By all means, if you want to lie down, you can. But I think in the morning, it's really nice to finish seated in stillness so you're ready for the day ahead. If kneeling doesn't feel good, you can always kind of place a brick between the ankles. But I just want you to think about sitting nice and tall, shoulders over hips, palms up to the sky, softness to the elbows, eyes closed. And a real softness to the belly as well. Just let the belly kind of hang out. Take a nice long exhale wherever you are. And then breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3. Breathe out for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 2, 3. And breathing out, 2, 1. Inhale, belly rises, torso expands. Exhale, belly falls, torso contracts. Just give me 7 more in your own time. There's no rush here. It's just you with your breath, intentionally drawing the breath in, intentionally releasing the breath out. 5 more. Last 3, wherever you are. Can you make these the biggest breaths of your day? It's so easy to shoot off into your day now. So really take these final moments of your practice to think about how you're going to move into the next moments of your day. As you take that final conscious breath, just allow your body to feel the benefits of those 10 breaths. Return back to just a natural breath, no force. And do that little check-in again. Notice how you're feeling. And know that you did that. You moved, you breathed this morning. You chose to roll out your mat, so well done. As you exhale next time, just lower the chin to the chest, little sign of gratitude. Firstly to yourself, showing up for your practice, to your fellow yogis for joining you. Well done everyone, lovely to have you this morning. Have a good Thursday. And thanks. You're more than welcome. Have a good rest of your day. And yeah, I'm around, so come and have a chat. And if you joined us online, well done. Have a good day.